He's standing up. You settled? Stay standing up. Pledge the flag. Keep the order. Pledge the flag.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Miss Elizabeth, is there anyone online?
Nope.
Okay, myself, Tom Perry's here. Mr. Neely's here, Mr. Perry, and Miss Elizabeth. Under the reports. As Liz knows, the annual reports for all the tonnage needs to be done by the 15th. And there's a survey we have to do also for recycling. We have to double check on that. So that's something that has to happen by the 15th, so that's in the next week already. And the other thing we noticed, it'll come out while we're doing the reports. I've noticed that the tonnage has gone down on the transfer station, which is a good thing.
Is that because of weather?
I think it's because we have a different attendant.
Oh, really?
Nothing gets by him that shouldn't get by him.
Oh,
I think that's playing a role.
yeah. What happens to it? If somebody wants to think if they something.
The biggest thing is bags don't come in no more.
With, garbage bags?
Right. Yeah, that's probably the biggest one.
Like household trash?
Yeah, it used to come in a lot. Yeah, the other guy, we had a problem with saying no. You know, you gotta hold your ground. This guy, new attendant, he holds his ground. And he's nice about it. Which is good, and the main thing is he educating people why, you know, what's the difference in the curbside and the transfer station roll-off? They don't go to the same location. So once when they understand that, they're good with it. They wanna use the curbside like they're supposed to. Education, you know, all the education, come on, yep. All right, so we'll jump right into old business, and right there is swap check. So where we left off with the selectmen, Mr. Perry, and did you show up to the meeting? No, I don't think you were
What
there.
if the selectmen,
Yeah,
nobody ever told me about it. So I didn't know.
so he gave a wonderful presentation as usual. We have some things that brought to our attention, and since then, I ran it by the transfer station attendant, of the direction this is going, and he made a list, that's his list of, his concerns, and so that's where we are this today. So we need to fine tune this, get it ready for the next selectmen's meeting. And I believe you want to review these first.
Yeah, well, first of all, Elizabeth, you took a lot of notes. Per our discussions, did you incorporate those in? Okay, so these will be, the swap, excuse me, the transfer station attendant had some issues and they might be.
Yes, the top one, yeah.
Yeah, no, but I mean, to reference it. Okay, I'll share this here.
Yeah, so the only thing that I didn't add to the new packet you have in front of you is the attendance concerns.
Yeah, okay, we can share that. Anyway, he had, Tom saw him and had these concerns. And I went down and met with
That's
him.
not the same as this.
No, this is generated off that. This answers that. So I sort of highlighted these things. The hours of operation, and we had said that the hours of operation would be the same as the transfer station was open, unless we moved the shed. But I mean, I don't think there's any change in there, but I wanted to address his concern. So is that a true statement? They would be the same hours of operation as the transfer station?
Yes, and the further discussion I had with him with that is we could shorten the opening time like on Saturday, so it's not a long line going up to the street. like, none of these policies or rules that we create are gonna be law, they'll be flexible. So if we see that problem, then we can maybe shorten the hours, or have a different opening time. But we're not there, how will we know we need to do that? And so he's okay with knowing that it has that flexibility to make adjustments.
Well, I think, and we mentioned at selectmen, this is, we'll let it go for a year, but this is an experiment and, things are gonna change. So this may be one of those things that, as we go along, has to change. But right now, the hours will be the same. Are we in agreement on that?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Transfer station, he said the transfer station does not accept rugs.
Excuse me for asking this, but they don't come out on stage, there's no alternative, right?
Yeah, we could make it open a little later, so you don't have a backflow of people,
Oh, okay,
but we don't know if we have that demand.
I got you.
And that's open, as I said, that's flexible. So if we're opening up half an hour later for the swap ship, or an hour later, we're fine. The second one was, transfer station, he said does not accept rugs. So I said, under the items accepted, we remove the statement rugs can be placed in the donation bin, just remove it from what we had done. Paperwork we had proposed.
So the swap shed is accepting rugs?
No, that was a mistake on my part.
Okay.
We would under items accepted, we would remove. Yeah, items not accepted, we would remove this. Blanket sheet for rugs can be placed in the on-site donation bin. Rugs would come out and rugs can be placed here. That needs to come out. Okay. I'll leave this one.
What are you talking about?
So we're not gonna pick rugs at all, even if it's a nice oriental, you don't wanna
Well, that's
dispose
what
of
two
it.
says right now, right? That's what two says right here.
Correct, that's what he's working on now. He's taking it out.
Right. So just remove this.
Yeah, that would come out. Okay, that would come out completely.
Okay.
Okay, as I said, that was a mistake on my part. The next one, we had item number 3. How do we know if items are recalled? And that's probably one we need to discuss. And I said, I suggested that under the items accepted or not accepted, we should add any defective or recalled items. In other words, like it says, we accept. Where is it? Items, accepted items, we should put down defective baby items, no crib, mattress, or car seats. Somewhere in there, we need to put down, we don't accept defective or recalled items. Maybe that should go under items not accepted,
Yeah,
in bold lettering.
all right, so.
I mean, would you agree with that? Start that right off at the top, saying if it's.
I can see his concern though,
Oh, yeah.
how's he gonna know it's a recall?
Yeah,
The person's gonna know, and everything might be why they're trying to donate it, so they don't dispose of it.
yeah,
Car seats are the biggest offender.
but I just, and I don't know how you can do that. I mean, if you got a recalled item, if you've registered that item with the company that sold, let's say you bought it from Home Depot and it's, I don't know, whatever, it is, a lawnmower. You register it and then they'll send you, say, oh, by the way, there's a defect, take it back, whatever. We wouldn't know that.
No,
We should really see if somebody would volunteer.
we'll get there, yes.
Somebody would volunteer to do what?
Run the check.
Sit in a swap shed.
What are you doing Saturday mornings?
Sleeping.
Was,
Alright, so items not accepted, I'm gonna put in something in there.
And he recall, well, his concern was it's been recalled, and we could add up under items not accepted, any defective or recalled items.
So I just need to touch on this a little bit. So, yeah, we're not gonna accept them, but we're not gonna vet them. So does the language gonna be there, or would it be better to be? I mean, when you take an item from us, you're accepting it as is,
Right.
no liabilities on us.
I totally agree with you. I just think this is like another gate. We've said, when, you know, these aren't accepted. How are we gonna know? We don't.
If you run it by the lawyer,
No,
I would.
I thought we were gonna run that by Ralph. He was gonna look at that.
yeah, Ralph's supposed to be doing that, not me.
Okay.
Yeah, I need permission to do that, Ralph doesn't. So what are we gonna do with number three? Just check it off, or is it?
Well, Elizabeth is putting down, suggesting, or putting down, suggesting items not accepted would be any defective or recalled items more accepted. And then hopefully that just adds another barrier, I guess, for lack of a better term. But we're not gonna know if they're defective or
No.
recalled. We just don't know.
The print of the cars, the kids' cars are so small.
Yeah.
Ken's not gonna waste his time with it.
No.
And it fits inside of a $2 bag.
Yeah. $2.80. The next one, he was concerned, will stickers be required to show proof of residency? That gets back to, I think, how you want to reconfigure it, and I had a long conversation with Kent, and he agreed that a form would be, if you don't have a sticker, a form of residence would be driver's license, as he uses now for the stickers, or vehicle registration. If you just want to go over and go to the right.
How much money do we generate from a sticker?
30,
How much?
30.
So why would we pass up that $30?
Why would you pay $30 to donate something?
Well. We're gonna
That's
have to
tough.
sticker to get in there, right?
Well, we do for everything else at this time.
Yeah, one of the things.
I personally rather see a sticker, but I get it. You're just donating something.
If it ultimately goes towards reducing the tonnage, you know, it's kind of like, I'm not gonna get this money up front, but if I'm reducing the tonnage, and there's more of an incentive to come in and put something in the swap shed, if you don't have to pay $30 a year to put it in there, you know? Otherwise, if I'm gonna pay $30 a year, I'm gonna throw it in the roll-off.
I hear what you're saying.
So he's still gonna have to ID everybody coming in.
Yeah, he's gonna have to, Tom did you talk about how you wanna reconfigure it, Tom?
Not yet.
Well, that's your baby. The other one, does the shed, well, here we go, does the shed need to be located at the transfer station? We've discussed this at length, but
We're gonna take a ride around town.
Quick.
Pretty much ruled out everything we looked at.
Yep, I even thought about the library again, and I can't see it working at the library. It's too bad.
that configuration you talked about, where you
Yeah.
think it would work.
Are you ready for that?
Maybe we brought it to the highway department.
Yeah, same thing, we don't have someone outside.
I can see you weren't an art major.
He'll come. -20, -40. Get the metal off. So tentatively, we originally were gonna put the swap shed over here on the inside of the mattress container. This is the mattress. You can see it, right, Liz? So you come in this way. And then shed is here. Shed. So speaking with Kent, it makes sense to have it way up here, probably in this angle too. With the side, the open side on this side, so now we can see what's going on. So people will come and go this way. They can get to the shed, we don't block off the training ability and whatnot. This is where the transfer station will offside, you get the recyclables, cardboard, and then the other bins. Mattresses, metal container. So it makes sense to put the swap shed here. So you gotta go by the attendant to get there. If you go anywhere else over here, there's no liability in the town for disposal, because it's composting, we compost that too. So, but if the vehicle drives this way, he's gonna know something's up. That's not a normal flow of people. So at a glance, it wouldn't be easy to go this way without him recognizing it, because he's right there. He's also a camera right there too, actually pointing that direction, because it's watching the stuff over here. So that's what we're thinking.
Makes sense. It's just gonna be on a really busy Saturday, tough for one person.
Possibly, but how much stuff is coming in? If we educate them to buy nothing site, now they don't have to transport it. People are coming to pick it up for you.
Yeah.
You got Marketplace itself, you get the Lions Club, Baseball League, another vendor that we can have clean the shed out after so much time. You get Savers, that supposedly takes everything. Savers would do a clean out for you if you have an estate clean out. So you're not bringing a whole estate here.
So let's just say you have 4 people in the swap shed, where are these 4 vehicles parked?
I doubt you'll have that many, like, I know you won't have that many, but they could park anywhere over here. They're not there long,
They're not blocking traffic.
no,
Well, depending on how many items are in the swap shed, they could be there for 20 minutes, 30 minutes,
that's not long though.
as long as they're not blocking the traffic.
We could spin it. Facing the road there, and then we use that to screen more to the back,
They could park around behind the pack.
yeah. But then this becomes a problem for the attendant, to keep an eye on things. Right now, it's a narrow screen, so he can see what's going on over here at a glance.
Yeah, and now you're possibly having pedestrians cross in front of moving traffic.
It's very, it's just people on the leaf file. And these people have a sticker, these people have a sticker. We got textile and books underneath the roof here. They need a sticker. They know what containing values and a sticker there.
You know, I mean, back to your concern about pedestrians, I mean, I've offloaded metal here and people drive in, I have my truck here, people just drive in, I'll drive around a little bit, I mean, I don't think we're talking about, you know, people smashing into each other.
Any questions? It's fluid too, just like these, it's gonna be fluid. So if there's a reason to move it, we can move it. It's not in the way of snow removal right now too. We can just drag it forward if we don't want it there for the winter when we're plowing, just drag it back out easily. Or just leave it right there.
And probably design this configuration be such that it'll be almost like a standalone, we'll have to go by the attendant for visual, but it'll still be a standalone, which you can still have eyes on, plus I have the camera on it too, somebody cheats.
Right, so, I didn't check off the sticker scenario. So we're happy with the driver's license and registration.
Well, his concern again was, how do we know if they come in without a sticker? How do we know it? As I said, he and I had an extended conversation, and we both agreed that you know, somebody rolls in, I'm going to the swap shed, we'll need to see. The same documents he would need to issue a sticker.
So Missy had, just to throw this in the mix here, Missy wanted this not to be for Dayton only.
Well, I think we've talked about that too, and I think,
All of that.
All the lady from the state.
yeah, I think,
Friend.
yeah, I think, and I, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we talked about saying, let's see how it goes internally before we make a decision to go external.
I'm only throwing that with this subject of proof of residency, that's why I brought it up.
Well,
But I
yeah,
agree, let's
but
see. how
we're
it
not,
goes.
yeah, we're not going outside just yet.
Okay. Actually, we're on number 5.
And I think we kind of beaten that one to death and done observations and verbalized and everything, but that's, where else can it go?
Yeah, they can't go to the high school either, because it's not open July, August.
We can put it back here.
We could. You have to unlock it and unlock it every time you walk away from it.
We get a garage door open. Boop, boop.
No. No, that's a substantial investment.
Mhm.
They change the doors. And you guys, I appreciate your willingness, but you gotta get this, your whole building staff settled yet, everyone educated and on board. Yeah. Okay, straight.
Yeah, nobody would volunteer. It would be under me.
Right. You gotta get the whole board of health established and moving forward.
I would have to run it by the board, see it. And then the town administrator, just if you would want it, yeah.
Could go behind town hall and he could run it.
Again, it's an experiment. And, if there's a great deal of interest, maybe we address it again, like, is there a better place to put it? I don't know.
I'm not even gonna entertain a COA because, there's some days that right at the number for the client staff ratio. So to add that component is not good. They can't, because a lot of times they're right at that ratio, they can't, there's no overlap. So we can't do that.
This wasn't in his job description that you gave him when we hired him.
Swap shed.
The swap shed, the actual swap shed, no,
So he wasn't aware of that. There could be additional work.
could be, still a disposal, per se.
Number 6, did you come up with that or did he ask for that?
No, that was on his, in the bottom. I'm sorry, yeah, bottom. I came up with the part from TSA raised the issue of additional work, the TSA and the issue of potential staffing with volunteers. Okay, he brought that up. Okay. And what the rest of it was mine, we probably need to look at volunteers again or be prepared. TSA requesting salary increase. From the last sentence is mine.
Yes, basically what he's not saying it now.
Yeah,
Well, that's a lot for him to have to do, monitor what's in there, track how long it's been there, see if everything's working, and then
He's already doing it with mercury,
filter out.
right, in batteries, same thing. You're required to do it with mercury. For the start date.
What you want to do, like a sticker for,
David talked about some sort of a sticker system where it comes in, if it comes in, just for the sake of argument.
About the age of the auditorium.
Yeah, if it comes in February, okay, maybe February gets a blue sticker, or maybe you divide it halfway, like it comes in January 15th, put a blue sticker on it. Boom, February 15th, you put February 14th, put a blue sticker on it. February 15th, maybe a yellow one, and it's gonna be in there a little while longer, maybe than a month, but at least you got some kind of a system to know how long it's been in there.
I don't disagree with you, but that's making a lot of work. If it comes in January, let's say you use an orange sticker, comes in January, comes in the 1st of January or the 30th of January, gets an orange sticker, period. If you start breaking it down half a month or something like that, so forth, and you're just making work that doesn't need to be, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, just, and it would, you might stay those orange stickers. One item might stay from the 1st of January to the end of February. Okay, one might be in there, those 2-month period, but, you know, orange stickers for 1 month, you know, it'll be in there. What I'm trying to say is a calendar month. January gets yellow. It might get it on the 1st, it might get on the 31st, but it comes the 28th of September, you call Savers to take it out, whatever hasn't left.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not thinking you need to do any color. Yeah. You need something there for people to shop,
Yeah,
and then when you call Savers, what's left? Zero inventory.
yeah,
So when someone comes to shop, after Savers picks everything up, there's nothing.
yeah, yeah,
So you're only open 9 months of the year,
yeah.
you're not a full year, technically.
You call them at the 9th month, I would one down.
I would consider that, yeah.
Well, the object of the aging the inventory is to keep the inventory turning, so there's gonna be a certain amount of people who are gonna show up at this thing all the time.
Right.
And if they come in January and they see an item or something like that, and then come back and 4 months later, see the same item, they might just say, I'll be back in 6 months. And not make a regular visit. That's the object of aging inventory.
Right. Yep, so you're left with something. Yeah. Empty shelves, someone that came specifically looking, and there's nothing on the shelf.
Yeah, that's a good point.
How many times are they gonna come? It's not worth their trip.
Maybe twice.
That's the same way with aging inventory. You know, if you come in January and see a particular thing there, and they come back 2 months later and it's still there, you're gonna start wondering.
Wait for it to go on sale.
Yeah. Okay, did we kill this one?
Well, I don't, so what about his concern about that? It's, I guess the question that needs to be addressed. What about, how do we deal with his concerns with this right here?
Monitoring, reporting.
Yeah.
So the monitoring part, yeah, we don't want the hazardous waste and all those don't.
Right.
That I could see. To me, I don't think the other items matter on the inventory or the aging of the inventory. I could be wrong. But I don't think it's an issue right now. We obviously, the shed's getting full, and if the stuff's not moving, we call someone,
Yeah.
you know.
The issue of hazardous waste, every load coming in has to be checked for hazardous waste.
Correct.
Not only what it is and where you throw it, but also for hazardous waste. So that's, I wouldn't say that's out of the ordinary.
So and then to tie it in with a possible salary increase. So what are you actually increasing? What duties? Because I don't see it much different as the Mercury shed, for example.
Again, that's what he wrote down, so, you know, we probably should look at that.
So if we can identify actually what else is these, you know, the other wage increase per se that's needed, I would like to identify it first, because we don't even know if it's gonna stay.
Right. No, what I said was, if, how hard would the push be to say, hey, I'm doing this additional work, it's out like the scope of my original employment contract. Therefore, you know, I need this, or we go back to the volunteer thing. You know, with volunteers, but I mean, I think somewhere, one way or another, that has to be addressed, because somebody's saying, that's additional work I have to do, okay?
Do we have any idea where these volunteers are coming from?
Well, it'd probably be the nonprofits that are in town that would take the items, like the Lions Baseball League.
You're gonna have to give them maybe an incentive.
I doubt the Girl Scouts, because I don't think they do a yard sale.
The marching band does.
You know, where would they store it? We could coordinate that when they have an event coming up, they monitor it up to that date, then they clean house, they don't come back.
Right.
And then from that month on, someone else has it. That could be a unique thing. But we gotta get by this, creating this, to look for the volunteer.
You really think we could get 12 different sets of volunteers and do this?
You don't need 12.
Or one change every month, you said?
No, that's not what I said. So if the marching band has an event coming up for a fundraiser, say it's June, for example, so they could April, May, June,
They do every year and they ask for donations.
for example. So then from the rest of the year, you get July, August, September, November, October, November, December, could be Lions. The last 2 months could be just collected, now you get an inventory to start the year or something. It's not impossible, and again, you might not need to volunteer. We definitely need them to get started, so we can figure this out. But we can't ask for volunteers, so we get this ready. Go. Go. Yeah, keep going.
Well, mine?
No, I've got, I just didn't realize it was attached.
So, if we're done, I could be wrong about the wage increase. I don't know if this ought to be amendable, give them something to explore this, what the needs are, but I don't think that's a proper way to do it either.
No. Was it, so we could discuss the issue. Discuss.
Right. Okay. So we're done with the his concerns
Okay.
at this time. Next would be,
Can I?
next would be, well, you can skip that, because it's right here in red, the same thing. That's where we're going next, right there. Let's do the statement.
Oh, never mind, got one.
That's your statement, but I just copied and pasted.
Yeah, no, that's good, yeah. So the changes in the red.
Yep, what they commented on at the selectmen meeting, and then what you changed, what you added to the mission statement. We didn't have a mission statement. So that was, yep. And then anything that the selectmen wanted is what I changed in the red.
Look, we're just doing this red right now. I like it the way it is, it's pretty short, covers a lot. One sentence.
That first sentence. I don't see it signed. Flush it itself.
Do we have,
With that whole thing,
No, which is the right to check.
oh, yes, that's possible.
Yeah, it'd be like a reminder. So, you can't forget it.
do we have to put you stick on it like the last year they gave us? Is that a requirement?
See, with Karen, Heather,
No.
because there's a problem with the device and they're trying to work on it remotely at the same time. Give me a second. Please.
Do you like the mission statement?
Yeah, I think so.
He wrote it.
I thought Rob wrote it.
Yes, how do I get, is we touching it all, everyone's good with it? All right, so that alone, if we gotta separate stuff down below, is being recommended to someone to accept 16. Do we want to vote on it by itself or as a whole? The whole thing? Okay. All right, moving down. Next, swap shed rules.
Read these changes, those are the ones initially, but they were selected.
So Mark, well, he was directing it towards me. He had a problem with DPW director. That's a title. And you start with DPW, which I'm assuming he would have a problem with, because we're not a DPW.
Okay, so how about in the highway superintendent?
I like street department. I would, okay. Takes everything right out of the gas here. I'm not about titles and.
So,
What are we putting in? Well,
Street department.
we're gonna use the word that.
everybody knows you as the highway department, right? You say highway department?
We don't maintain highways. Street department.
so we say that street department staff and volunteers, right?
Are we using the word that? Street department.
I heard you the first time. I think anyone else is trying to.
I don't see. Why not?
Yep, we do it done. You think it's redundant? Would you start with the Dayton swap shed? Okay,
Okay, then take.
Why don't we just take it all out and just put staff and volunteers? Or employees and volunteers? Just stop the sentence off with staff and volunteers or employees and volunteers.
Yeah, I go along with that. You,
yep,
Right, so
definitely takes the titleship out of there.
employees and volunteers reserve the right.
Why not?
what's wrong with the staff? Staff and employees.
The same, isn't
It's
it?
perfect.
Okay, so we're gonna leave it, okay.
Staff and volunteers, I'm just taking out the first.
Yeah.
Dayton
Oh, okay.
Public Works, that's, I'm removing that and leaving it.
I don't understand the last sentence though. It seems to be a directive. The highway superintendent, whatever you're gonna call it, and his or her designees or volunteers have the right to restrict access to the swap shed to any individual they feel may be interfering with the operation of the swap shed. I don't understand that. We're not there anyways, it's all the attendant,
Yeah,
but he would be under us. This is your administrator. Hello? Yes, sir. Any what? Any dates? Not at this time. I gotta call into Mass DOT to verify if I have to wait for the letter in writing. But I don't believe so. All the signs are ordered. My signs should be in Wednesday-ish. No, I did not notify you it's closed down yet. Well, don't post nothing yet. Yes, well, I'm waiting for clarification if the town needs to have it in writing. That's what I'm waiting. If I don't, then we'll close it soon. I have everything in place. Okay? Thank you. Bye. He's back in time.
well, I think it means
I
if
did
somebody gets in the way, or somebody parks their car in front of the doors, or somebody just in general stops you or me from going in, or whatever, I mean, they've got to have the ability to, in my view, they've got to have the ability
Tell you to be
to
there.
say, hit the road.
Are these are things on this list here, once we finalize it, are they gonna be printed and have copies available for the public?
Yes, yes.
So, yeah, okay.
So that, how come that last sentence couldn't be all about the transfer station attendant?
Okay,
Instead of my department.
we can do that. Just say the transfer station attendant has the right to restrict access.
To the swap shed, any individual they feel may be interfering with the operation of the swap shed.
It might not be the transfer station attendant, so why
Well, I
don't
know
we
it's
say
not,
the
I know
attendant?
it's not gonna be, I know it's not gonna be the highway department. That's why I'm not sure why that's there.
Okay, well, how about this? The transfer station attendant or transfer station attendant or swap shed volunteers have the right to restrict?
Yes. No. You, oh, you hear it, no. Yeah,
If I was a volunteer, I wouldn't want that liability put on my shoulders.
That's a good point.
liability.
Liability, yes,
How's that liability?
when I make decisions. Not very, that doesn't make the customer very happy.
Yeah,
I think he's gonna come to you, he's gonna come after me. At the very least, give me a verbal lashing.
yeah, that's, I agree with David. Maybe we need to change it to the transfer station attendant has the right to. And that way, if I'm the volunteer and somebody gives me grief, I go over to the authority, one that's is being paid by the town, has been appointed by the town. So is in a position of authority.
So TSA. Have the right to restrict.
Has the
access.
right to.
The transfer station attendant.
That could be moved, because you talk about that somewhere else about the time limit, we restricted it and reserves the right to impose a time limit, prevent overcrowding, and you could actually put it right with that. down
Yeah,
below.
Okay.
That way it makes that top paragraph a lot shorter
Okay.
and cleaner.
this. And so the transfer station attendant has the right to restrict access to the swap shed. Any individual they feel may be interfering with the operation of the swap shed, and it's getting moved down to the bottom.
Whether you've got it in red where it says, okay,
Now it's down there.
okay, that makes sense, yeah, it's a little cleaner. I think we could probably take that title out, associated issues, because I just broke that thing up. I just said, you know, these are some of the issues we're dealing with, but now we're talking items like stickers and things like that.
What thing did you put to?
I just,
Swap shed issues.
yeah, I think that could come, I think that
Yeah.
can come out, because that's when I wrote it up. These are just some of the issues, but they're all highlighted.
Yep.
Right, so we gotta jump back up there, we skipped stuff.
Oh, sorry.
Are we good with April 1st to December 31st?
Yeah, I'm having problems up above with damaging the facing of the shed. Anybody else have problems with that?
I think we need to address it, I mean.
Well, so it will result in the removal of the individual, not a problem, from the swamp area. Items must be complete. What items? We're talking
Items
about
you
somebody
drop
damaging.
off.
Yeah, we're talking about somebody damaging the crop.
No, that's just saying any actions, if the tenant sees you,
Arguing, obscene
Arguing, yeah.
language, physical confrontations, damaging or destroying an item in the shed, damaging / defacing shed will result in. Yeah, that should be maybe another sentence. Items must be complete, unbroken.
What items?
The items that are
anything
being
you get dropped off.
we're talking about somebody damaging the defacing the shed.
This is like a list of things that you can get in trouble for.
Maybe that, will result in removal, etc. Period, new paragraph. Items must be complete, unbroken, good working condition. Which would fall under rules.
Patrons must respect the personnel on duty and abide by their decisions. Access to swap shed is a privilege, not a right. Then we drop right down into actions such as argument over items, obscene language or gestures, physical confrontations, damaging or destroying an item in the shed, damaging, defacing the shed, will result in removal of the individuals from the swap area. Items must be complete, unbroken, in good working condition.
So that should be two separate
That
bullets.
should be two separate sentences.
So
Yeah,
this
I
should be
agree.
a separate bullet,
Yeah. Mhm. That's a
right?
good point. It should be.
What did we do?
Right under the damage defacing the shed, that next sentence, that should be two separate bullets.
Yeah.
Will result in the removal of the individual from the swamp area.
Done. And then the next
Yeah.
one will be items must be complete.
Yeah, just drop it down as another bullet.
Mhm.
Gotcha.
Fridays is very,
I think everything else makes sense.
Friday's activities is a big roller coaster. I mean, this is fluid anyways. We might find it just open Saturdays only. I don't know.
Is he really busy on Fridays?
It's a roller coaster. Sometimes he has two customers. Sometimes it's kind of steady and he has a lot of repeats. You can't really put your finger on it, and not everyone's available to come on a weekend because they make commitments.
So it's gone.
We're open one day during the week, and then Saturday. So here we are. All items up as is, take or at your own risk. That's what I got.
Mhm.
That's what I'll put in terms, right?
Patrons only 3 items, so they don't stock their shelves for a yard sale and then bring back what doesn't sell. I remember we had said 30 minutes, and then we said, well, that's really unenforceable, so if there's, I think you had brought up the point, Tom, there's a lot of people that can say, hey, guys, can we keep it to about 10, 15 minutes?
Yeah, 10 more minutes to get out of here. Basically, it's a way to restrict access to shed. Anyone who feels may be different with that.
Yeah, that's gonna go down.
Now, on this last one here, will we post a sign on the shed itself saying that? Not accepting items to be capacity or something like that?
We could, if you want to.
Well, that might take a lot of aggravation and stuff off of your tenant.
It could.
That's what I was asking you when we were texting. The mattress box, we had to put a sign on it, Mass DEP.
Mhm.
Do we have to do that with the swap shed?
I'm not sure.
We should find out.
I would imagine so.
That can go on.
We had to get somebody to make a sign.
Can you make signs?
We have stencils, but I think you want to look at nice.
Well, yeah. I mean, that might resolve some issues because some of the no items left outside.
Yeah, it's definitely possible.
If we're gonna make a sign saying donated by Mass DEP, then we could make a bigger sign with some of the main rules.
Yes.
Yeah, so maybe-
Provided we get the rules for this.
There aren't too many rules either, but so far it's okay. Are we doing this page?
Yeah, and we're gonna just take, eliminate disruption associated issues.
So no items will be left outside, that's just, I'm not sure about that one.
I think that's what you wanted. From last time,
No, I don't think it was for me, because, the bulky plastic,
right?
the kids' sandboxes and stuff, they can be outside, ain't gonna hurt nothing.
That kind of, I think, is I think that could be,
There's probably gonna be plenty of room in that shed.
yeah,
But to put that there and not be able to put it outside, then you could just leave it there until someone takes it.
like play sets and plastic stuff.
Yeah.
How's your neighbor across the street? Reach?
Well, that's better than the other stuff he's looking at.
So you might just want to take that out?
I think so.
Okay.
Which one we're taking up?
No items will be left outside. We can always add that in the future, but I don't think you want to tie your hands. If you get these plastic kid things, they take up a lot of room. You can leave that outside if you don't have room in the shed. You can stay outside.
Yeah, and now that you put it, you're gonna put it way in the back, that'd be better.
It can be right at the end. And you can see it.
Right.
Talking 4 times in a row, I'm thinking crash the car or something. All right, what I miss?
We're gonna take that.
No, I'm gonna look outside.
Yeah, that's-
No. I'm just assuming that's gonna be obvious.
Well, there are things, Tom, when it can go outside, plastic stuff, the play toys, that won't fit inside.
Yeah. Okay.
If need be, we can always add in the future. I just don't want to tie our hands too much here. All right, so now you got a page here about stickers. Do we need that?
I think we do. I absolutely think we do.
Do we need a sticker or do you use it?
No,
So why are we going to talk about stickers?
because people are gonna ask the question. Okay, if I've got a sticker, how come you get to go in to the facility, but I need a sticker? Instead of the attendant having to say, well, you're using the roll-offs, this is one of those things I think needs to be said right up front. If you're using the swap shed, that's it, no sticker. If you use it as soon as you turn towards the roll-offs, even if you use the swap shed first, when you turn towards the roll-off, you gotta have a sticker.
Are we, as waste reduction committee, willing to re-entertain the textiles and the book bins needing a sticker to use them? They just don't need.
Well, that's what we're doing here. That's what we're saying, stickers aren't required for use of the swap shed.
No, I'm talking about the other 2 bins that are already there for donations.
Do we require a sticker now?
No.
Yes,
You require a sticker for books?
yes, this first selectmen didn't require it, then they changed their vote.
Oh,
Because we brought to their attention, they needed a sticker to use the transfer station.
oh, yeah, 'cause it's free with sticker, it says. It's free to leave them there, but you need a sticker.
I think kind of defeats the purpose of
I doubt,
voluntarily bringing it.
I doubt people are buying a sticker just to get rid of textiles and books. But they have people going there to get rid of textiles and books. And they have to have a sticker right now. But they'll probably get the sticker anyways to use the transfer station on other things.
If that's your experience, then I'll go with that, because I don't have the experience of being down there and seeing what's happening. So if that's your experience, and I can understand where you might have a lamp that you want to drop off, but then with the rest of your load, you need to throw it here or bring the branches there. I guess, but I'll go with that if that's the experience. Take it out and just say, you can go through the gate, you need a sticker.
Well, that ride See what the selectmen catch.
Or what do you mean by let it ride? Go this way with it or?
No sticker for the shed, and don't bring up those other donation bins unless they bring it up.
Okay,
Requires to-
yeah, yeah, but if they bring it up, then it is what it is.
So we'll have to come back and converse.
Okay, now I'm good with that, yeah, I can. So we're gonna leave this written as is? Or with the sticker issue, is that gonna remain as is?
This document,
Yeah,
I'm halfway through it.
no, I mean, just the sticker issue. We're gonna leave it as written and see if it's like,
I think so.
okay?
It's just if they have an issue with it, or they have the power, because they have monetary power, so they approve and disapprove dollar values. So
Right.
they can remove that on their own without us.
Okay. No problem.
And they can impose the sticker on the swap shed too if they so choose.
Yeah.
They're gonna wanna know what this committee's recommendation though. Do we want a sticker for the swap shed or not?
Well, we should probably address it, right. I have an idea. Why don't we go through the rest of this and then come back to this point, because I think it gets a little sticky. So let's just come back to this, okay?
This is all stuff we already talked about though.
Yeah.
It's 30 minutes, the shelf life.
Yeah, I mean, we've already, there were no issues with that or the, from the selectmen's meeting, or there were issues from the station attendant at all.
Why is it there again? Two separate documents?
No.
This was the option issues. So we could take off the time limit from this page.
Oh, yeah, whoops, yeah, we need to take that off.
And it would staffing, everything with staffing, that could be, this must be Missy's notes from somewhere else. Recommendations. So staffing full-time oversight and positive control of swap shed duties is essential. This could be accompanied by the transfer station attendant. Yeah, that doesn't need to be in a document we're approving.
Yeah,
So we're taking off the staffing,
yeah,
and then we're taking off the 30-minute one, the time one.
right, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we need to simplify it. The shelf life we need in there.
Yeah.
We haven't mentioned that yet.
Well,
You're asking for a lot of paperwork with the shelf life over the date items. Right, the shed must be recorded. You're asking for a lot of detail work there.
Maybe it should be where you place it. The older stuff is gonna be in the front, the newer stuff goes in
Yeah,
the
but then you
back.
have to keep moving the inventory. In order to get all the stuff on the front. If it's halfway or back or something, you gotta take it and move it. That's why I'm saying just use the sticker thing. You don't have to worry about it. And just look at the sticker and it tells it a certain amount on it, it goes.
Yeah, we just need somebody at the shed to put stickers on things.
Well, that shouldn't be too hard.
The attendant just wants to say you want the swap shed, go ahead.
This paragraph, disposition of materials items. We need that at all. And
That was
if,
something Miss Amelia was concerned about was.
yeah,
was the
obviously
ownership.
this is from another town, or recommendations from Missy. So I'm thinking get rid of the word elected and,
Yeah,
or get rid of that whole paragraph if we need it.
I think it should just be items, all items disposed at the swap shed is considered town property.
That's a disclaimer.
Once the item
Yeah.
is in the swap shed, it is assumed town property, something
Yeah.
that's saying that,
That's,
once you leave it here, it's ours.
that's just in the current basis. It's just a basic disclaimer.
Okay, so should it say all materials item brought to the swap shed are considered property of the town of Dayton, property of the town of Dayton, or town property or something like that?
Yeah. Disposition of materials, items brought to the swap shed. We can just
Well,
put items brought to the swap shed, I don't think we need disposition of materials in that. Items brought to the swap
Yeah,
shed.
okay, so we'll take that out.
I think that the way it's worded right now, considered to be under the control of the town of Dayton.
Yeah, we don't need that.
Well,
Items brought to the swap shed will be considered town property.
No, I don't like town property. I'd rather have control of the town because town property to me means you have to have proper disposition, like an auction.
So we take out elected and appointed officials and employees of the town?
one of the things we have to remember when we're doing this is these things have to be understandable to the public that are reading it.
Yeah.
If you get too complicated, they don't understand it.
I like it considered to be under the control of the town of Dayton.
That's it.
Appointed, right there.
Yeah,
Stop it right there.
That's it. We don't need any more.
And Elizabeth said take out
The
disposition of materials, make it items brought to the swap shed. Well, wait a minute, we could even take out items brought to the swap shed, another bullet. Separate bullet, all items, material brought to swap shed are considered under the control of the town of Dayton, or
Yeah, get rid of that whole first
get
sentence.
rid of the whole, first sentence, the whole first
Paragraph,
big
like I
bullet,
said.
yeah,
Get rid of that.
yeah, just take that right out, right, that whole thing.
Well, it says the disposition of materials items brought to the swap shed.
And then it says it again.
Yeah, it says it again. All acceptable materials item brought to the swap shed are considered to be under the control or
Yeah.
property, are we using a property or control?
No, you don't have
That,
property.
that disposition of materials is in capitals like that, because that separates. The next
Yeah,
two
but
sentences give you a definition of what the first one is saying.
It's just repeating itself though.
So the disposition of the materials, in other words, it's telling people what we're doing with the items collected. And then the next sentence or line, all acceptable materials, items brought to the swap shed are considered to be under the control of the town of Dayton, period. I think those two should remain the same. That has a value to it, both of them, the one in the capital letters and that line.
Don't they
And
say
need
the
some
same
legal-
thing though?
What's that? No. Well, the first one's a heading. The first one's a title, the disposition of the materials that we collected. It's telling you what's gonna happen with it.
Oh, so you're using that as a title.
Yes,
Yeah, I
it's
guess.
telling you what it is. And then all acceptable materials items brought to the swap shed are considered to be under the control of the town of Dayton. So in other words, we're deciding how it goes. And that person for the disposition.
Well, you took out elected and appointed, right?
Right,
Yeah,
everything
well,
passed.
I want to just elect it
Everything
first.
passed, yeah.
It probably should remain, though, the appointed officials and employees of the town. But we'll get rid of the word elected and. Then that's clear that it's appointed officials like myself or employees that are designated to the disposition. I think that has to remain, just get rid of the word elected and. Is that gonna be too confusing now?
You want appointed officials in there too?
Yeah, because that would be, okay,
So all it's town of Dayton,
that's where the teeth are right now, that's what makes it work.
okay, so would be all appointed officials and employees of the town?
Yes.
Mhm.
So it could be me or it could be Kent deciding, yes, you can take that item.
All acceptable materials control town of Dayton. Town of Dayton, appointed officials and employees of the town. Okay. How's that gonna read again?
So disposition of materials / items brought to the swap shed, period.
Yeah,
That's still in bold.
right,
Bold letters. And then underneath that, this one liner, all acceptable materials / items brought to the swap shed are considered to be under the control of the town of Dunn, appointed officials and employees of the town.
I thought we took that out.
No,
Wants to keep it.
I'm asking.
What
for that
about
going.
the
Just get
sentence
rid of-
down here? Is
Just get rid of the word elected and.
the one that's all capitalized down here, it's kind of like the same thing, isn't it? The town of Dayton accepts no responsibility for items left or taken from the shed.
I think that's different.
It's
Yeah.
different,
One is liability itself, the other is who.
but it is under the disposition, but yes, it's liability. The shelf life, I think we can cross that out for now.
Which one?
Shelf life,
Big items,
yeah, I think we should cross that out at this time.
Yeah, and I agree with you, and I'll tell you why I agree. Because it's an experiment and, you know,
We don't know what that shelf life is.
what is it gonna be? I agree with your point about, you know, it can sit in there forever by the same token, you just don't know. at
I
some point
think
in time, you
once
just
a
say,
month you just purge it and call Savers and say, come and get what's here.
No, because once a month you only have an inventory, so if you do a shop.
So,
Liability, that one works. Other swap shed options, create a listing of other outlets for residents to donate.
So that's letting people, educating people on, you can bring it to Savers, you can bring it to.
We can have that posted there also, by nothing site, called Dayton Lions, and Mr. Neely's number there.
Buy nothing. Savers, what are other ones that we can use?
for disposal.
Yeah, to donate stuff. That one in Florida was closed.
What was that other one?
The Buy Nothing Facebook
Oh,
site.
yeah.
Is that using Paul or called?
Not Savers, there was another one in Florida that you could bring it to. It was like a religious Catholic place.
Oh, St. Vincent de Paul.
Yes, that one was a
There's
good
still one in
one.
Taunton, is there?
Is there?
Yes,
Up by the old fire station, where it's
still-
now the fire
there's still one
prevention.
strong.
Yeah.
So St. Vincent, I'll put on the list,
possibly.
and Taunton,
We have to communicate with them first.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll look it up.
Sheds requiring electricity batteries.
Wait a minute, before we go any further, Tom, from it, and I saw, we don't wanna wipe that out, I think that needs to be the heading,
Items
the
not
items not
acceptable.
acceptable, even though it ends at the bottom.
Yeah, it's on the next
It's
page.
gonna be, it's gonna start, it's gonna head that next
It
page.
should be up, yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
not, it should be not accepted.
It got shifted. Yeah, right.
Where is this? On the next page.
Wait, for this here.
Yeah,
Oh.
You could put down 1st of April as a date.
yeah. I
1
think I-
April
I got that on
2026.
This one, April 1st.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, April 1st through December 31st, and then I have the transportation.
Put that now. You put the date there or on the bottom of the document, either again, beginning or the end, for the revised date, revision date. Because if you put it there, it's kind of hidden when you're looking for when was this document last revised.
Okay,
I'm just going, I'm not
Yeah.
a good editorial person, but if you're
No.
looking at when this document was last edited, I think you're looking at the bottom or the beginning, right?
so I think we're saying up in the top, items not accepted as of 1st of April. And,
Yeah, because I put items not accepted as of open date,
you know, that-
we'll change that to April 1st.
That's what I'm
saying.
you know, and then you just down here put revise, or current as of.
Yeah,
Or revised, whatever. No, I know what you're saying there.
we always have a date in the bottom corner of when the document was created. I don't have on there. So what I'm changing on this one is the rugs, correct?
Rugs come out,
Rugs are coming out.
the end of the curtains, period, then take out all rugs, and then the parentheses, rugs can be placed.
Already in here, it's not accepted. That's what it says on top.
Yeah, but then unfortunately, as rugs can be placed in the on-site donation bin, and the attendant can say, that way we don't take them at all.
I gotta take that out.
So that, yeah, that should, that whole thing needs to come out with end of the period.
Yep. No furniture larger than 4 feet. How big's the shed gonna be?
I like it to be a 40-foot.
40 feet long?
Should be okay. Sideways.
You have enough tables and stuff to set up inside?
Whole library full of furniture right now, shelves and everything.
Perfect.
We'll figure that out when we get there, all right? Food, no car seats. It says no car seats up here. And then it says no car seats again down here.
Oh, where's that? Doesn't look.
It's yeah, down there is under accepted items, just reassure you.
Expired child car seats or recall baby infant child items not accepted. And then accepted items, this is baby items,
Yeah, I would leave that there.
no crib mattress or car seat. How come we're limiting DVDs to only 5?
That's what, a couple of things that I looked at, one of the towns said 5, I think one of them said because you get overloaded with them in a hurry. But, you know, you can take 5 out of there, that's what was in the literature reviewed. That can be removed, as I said, it just doesn't matter.
Well, yeah, no, other towns are doing, no, it makes sense, because most people have like a huge collection of DVDs, they'll come dump the whole thing on you.
Right, we're done with that page?
I think everything looks good.
That was the last of it? Yep.
Alright, so this flyer was what I added but you wanted me to add a town logo to it, correct?
Yeah, hang on. Get ahead of ourselves here.
Oh, but
So-
so we were done with that.
Yeah, we're gonna vote on
Oh,
it. To have a vote as corrected, so we can recommend it to the selectmen to work on it.
So,
There's a motion and second to accept the recommendations
As modified.
as modified. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Very
carries
good.
unanimous.
who seconded that?
Bob did, I stepped down in the motion.
Alright.
Not the rush, we just didn't want to get clarity here.
No. I'll catch up.
So you still want to talk about this today, or you want to postpone it?
Well, I think the thing that we,
It is.
I have to add a logo for that. Town seal, not a logo.
no, I think we. Yeah, the one,
Are we staying much longer? I'll put the heat on.
I don't think so.
the one that you had with the little QR code on the bottom, didn't you have the logo embedded?
I thought I did.
I know you did.
Maybe it didn't print out on this one.
No, you know what, when we get into the town, even the first,
It was there,
it was there. And
Yeah.
I think you didn't come up on the copier.
All right,
is what happened.
I'll just double check, make sure the seal's there.
But I mean, that one, the composting, it was short and sweet. And the QR code, I looked at the QR code and I think our discussion was
All of this.
a
work done.
piece of paper to get people interested in composting. If they picked it up and read it, said, hey, that's pretty interesting. Instead of page after page, they could go to the QR code if they were interested. Pull up the QR code, print all these things, the cookbook out and go from there. Okay, but I mean, it'll be a one-pager as we talked about, with all these things that come up in the QR code.
All the paperwork that's following it is.
Yeah.
You know, how to do it, you know, it's, again, the cookbook.
All of that is the QR code.
And people can even, if they pull up the QR code, they can scroll through and say, well, I want to use this page and that page instead of printing out the whole thing, but the whole document, one page.
You want it, yeah, we're asking Elizabeth to tweak it, but you don't want to hit the ground running until there's no snow on the ground.
Well, yeah, right, again, the selectmen have said, as I understand, they said at the last meeting, go ahead with this document, the composting one, okay? Did you come away with that?
Yes.
And then if you print them up with the logo,
On the map.
you know, middle of, when the snow goes away and it starts to warm up, and I'm just throwing out the middle of April, I will take them and deliver them to town buildings, a stack them, people can take them in obvious places, any private businesses that will allow us to put this document in there. I'll deliver them to them, but right now, I look at the document composting and look out at a foot and a half of snow go and start laughing. You know? So,
Agreed.
when do we think we can, to the selectmen, when do we, because I mean, I'll go there on the.
Well, I guess they got a new policy, it's gonna be read 3 times before it goes into effect,
That's what
so
Ralph said.
Mhm.
I would say,
This next meeting.
yeah, next meeting is next week.
I'll do it this week.
I'm sorry?
I'll
Oh,
get
yeah.
all the changes this week.
So they can get 2 readings in February and 1 in March, so tentatively it's ready to go for April.
Yeah.
And then, that way there, if it does get tweaked, or if it doesn't get tweaked, then I can make the signs that Mr. Neely was suggesting. But I don't want to make signs until this gets approved.
Right. So it'd be like, I think we're on the 11th February. Be the 11th, they're meeting every week or every other.
Every other.
So the 11th, the 25th, and then the 11th of March. It'll be 1, 2, 3 readings.
Yes, sir.
Changes.
Close up
And we can both sit down and just,
Make
Two
sure
sets of
we get
eyes.
everything.
and
Yeah.
then we'll take it from there.
I'd rather do it sooner than later while it's still fresh in my brain.
I have a meeting tomorrow morning to follow up meeting for school building committee. It's gonna go in the meantime.
Yeah, I have a meeting at 10, one at 11.
Well, whenever you get it done,
And we can meet after
text
that.
me, or email me, or text, or give me a call.
I should be back in my office by 12, picking up with lunch, so by 1, 2 o'clock.
I got all these funds. It's the thing with us retired guys, we got all the guys.
Allison's been responsive on the country, so.
Before I was getting ready.
Sure, the age of vacation, so very good diseases, you guys.
On EA, the senior minister, some very good advice. He said, he had just retired, but he'd come back he said, have a plan. Don't sit down, because once you sit down, you'll stay seated, you know, and he was right.
I learned that a long time ago too. You need to put in, even when you're thinking about retiring.
Yeah.
Of course, that doesn't always work out the way you want it to.
Well, but you know what, if you go, you remember the old expression, all thrust and no vector? Without a plan, that's what you want.
So, next week.
Next Tuesday.
The selectmen's, no, they're every Wednesdays,
Yeah, so that's.
I'm sorry. Yeah,
every other Wednesday.
Every other
Sorry,
way.
yes, it is.
2, 3, 4, the 11th, yeah.
The meeting, the 11th.
Yeah, Monday, Tuesday, 4th, 11, yeah, the 11th and the 25th. And then the 11th of
Correct.
March.
I got an extension for this week, but we need to communicate to make sure I've read it. And I need more time to
I'm
say so.
happy you.
Yeah.
Much
Okay.
Well, I'll try to get it,
It's much cleaner, yeah.
1 or 2 pages tops.
Yeah. Do we need to address anything with the, like the Chico brought up, fire chief? Tom, you had said, that it's gonna be an open door, so do we need to talk to Chief Lee or not?
I think myself would work.
Okay,
I do have a CAC meeting tomorrow, which involves the building commissioner. That might be the same route, yeah. It's, well,
well, I just want to close that because he asked the question, you know?
yeah, so technically it's not a building.
Yeah.
Technically.
Storage container. No, I just don't want the question to come up
The
again.
meeting with the fire chief regarding this, regarding.
Yeah, but actually, it should be the fire chief and the commissioner. All right, so I don't think an egress is a problem, because the whole side's open up.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised if they want at least a fire extinguisher on the premise, but there's one in the shed. Might need to add one inside this thing.
well, do you want to talk to him, or do you want me to talk to him?
I can do that, yeah,
Okay,
I can do that, yeah. I gotta talk to him. Actually, anyways, a regular basis this week of a bridge problem. But, yeah, the commissioner I'm meeting with tomorrow morning
okay,
also, so I can do that.
all righty.
So we done?
We have this trade show, I put it on there, but then I asked the Alliance if they would pay for me to go, and they said yes, so
Oh,
I don't need the town to pay for
have a
it.
great
The
time.
Alliance is gonna pay for it, but I would like Heather to come with me, so I'm not driving to Foxborough by myself.
Which one?
The Mass Recycle Trade Show. See if you can get her to carpool with me, so. Not alone. I think that's it.
Mission statement, and then concerns. And so the communication marries the old business. There's no new business, other items recently accepted. All right, you guys already adjourned?
No, I didn't. We
You see,
need,
we got 2 people running for selectmen.
Do we? I didn't know that. Make a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion to adjourn.
I'll sit down and second it. In favor?
All right.
Aye. Opposed? Okay, please have it. I don't have much time.